Vladik Brutal is a game heavily influenced by Half-Life, so much so that even the NPCs talk about it. You will be playing as Vladislav, who is both a Russian prisoner and a highly esteemed nuclear scientist. Highly esteemed as incompetent enough to pull some levers. The game starts with you, in a cell, listening to your cellmate who is yapping about escaping, until the guards come to bring you to your workplace. En route, you gaze into the vista of the breathtakingly beautiful motherland. Once arrived, you will get your flashlight, and be sent to pull levers. Whatever experiment was going on went wrong. And now the laboratory, the city, and the entire country are overrun by monsters. However, one thing thou shalt ask is, are you stuck with the monsters, or are the monsters stuck with you? The supporting soundtrack would suggest the latter. Now that the apocalypse has dawned, you embark on your journey to kill the one you deem to be responsible for the suffering caused to you, your comrades, and your motherland. In other words, you are going to kill the president. And whomever stands in your way, be that the army, mutants, or dogs. There is a little character development and some world building, but I cannot interestingly talk about those subjects. Anyway, I made a timeline. There's jumping, crouching, aiming down the sides, which is nigh useless in my opinion, ammo crates, ammo lockers, ammo vending machines, which sometimes can be infinitely spun, crowbar, puzzles, consisting mainly of putting dismembered hands on hand scanners or finding a battery, recharging said battery, and sometimes even taking the charged battery to another place to power a gate so it can open, and you may then proceed. Which is all fine and dandy, no real complaints from me. But the meat and bones of this game is the shooting part. Oh boy. The early game has a strong survival horror feel, as you aren't all too familiar with whatever is coming. The dark, dirty, dilapidated hallways in which monsters and the dictator soldiers alike roam, who will fight both each other and you. You, building your arsenal on your way, scavenging for ammo, your flashlight with its limited duration, meaning that if you are not careful, you might not see anything and have to wait until the battery is recharged, which can be quite risky in some situations. From the laboratory to the outskirts of the city, to passing the outpost to escape the city, to the presidential palace to execute your goal, mowing down human and mutant alike, leaving nothing but bloody puddles and steaming spent brass behind, accompanied to heavy metal through your eardrums. Actually, the epic music only really plays when you are fighting a boss. Most of the time there's either no background music or a more suspenseful track, more akin to exploring the unknown. The guns you'll be using are nothing out of the ordinary. You have your pistol, stronger pistol, SMG, assault rifle, sniper rifle, 2 types of shotgun, 2 types of rocket launcher, grenades, molotovs. Ammo and health are not necessarily scarce, but especially on higher difficulties, you will have to switch quite often so as to not get in a pickle. Running out of ammo during a boss fight is nigh impossible, as there is almost always at least one infinite resupply machine available. The enemy AI leaves somewhat to be desired. They will often just strafe straight at you. This makes sense with the mutants, as they are melee based, and probably don't have a lot of brain function left. However, the human enemies sometimes have guns, so it makes no sense for them to run at you. Only the sniper enemies stay where they are. I played this game a year ago, and I wasn't happy with whatever scripts I could come up with. Now I'm still not happy with whatever this is, but 1, I am me and probably will never be happy, just content at best, and 2, whatever. Most of what I just yapped about is from memory, from 1 year ago, plus 1 hour of the start to get some footage. As the game is very linear, without further expanding endgame content, I would say the replay value is based on how much you want to experience the same again with already knowing all that is to come. So only if you want to beat it on a higher difficulty. All in all, for a one-man operation this game is highly competent. The set pieces and the variety are pretty good. Gunplay is good, enemies are good, some things could be more polished. However, for $12 it is highly recommendable. 9.5, don't come at me.